How you doing? How you doing? It's your boy Big C Holmes. Yeah, we golf too. Out here with another episode. Today I got Dr. Sparks. How you
How you
doing?
doing,
How
sir?
you
Pleasure to
doing?
meet you again.
Pleasure
Yes,
to
sir.
meet you.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you.
Mhm.
We listen to Dr. Sparks talk today. He is from University of Maryland,
Eastern Shore.
Eastern Shores,
That's right.
director of PGA Golf Management.
That's correct. Well said. No, no, it's a mouthful.
So, with that being said,
Mhm.
the only HBCU with a
Certified
certified
PGA program.
program.
There you go. It's a mouthful. I'll help you out.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's great and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
First question is, how did you even get started in the game of golf?
Well, my father started teaching me in Flint, Michigan at the age of 4.
Mm.
So I've been playing for a long time. And then from there, I went to college. I played at Southern University on the golf team. And then from there, I decided I wanted to be a pro. I turned pro, and I decided I wanted to be in the business, not the player side.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I became a PGA member, and then here I am.
Okay. So, a lot of people come up, want to play golf and want to be on tour. The business side, just like any other sport, we say look past the sport. The sport lasts this long, your life lasts this long. But golf, you can play golf a lot longer than basketball, football,
That's
baseball, and
true.
stuff.
Mhm.
But the aspect of the business side,
Yeah.
and so what does that consist of for people who don't understand it? What does that consist of?
On the business side, you have 142 players that play on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 142, but they're playing on the golf course managed by a golf PGA pro. They're playing on a golf course managed by a PGA superintendent who manages the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has to work the golf course. Somebody has to work the club. Somebody has to repair the club. So there's a lot of jobs. And inside that one tour, you see that one player walking down that fairway. There's 75 people behind him with PGA cars. That's 75 jobs to one.
75 jobs to one.
Yes.
That's the beauty of that golf. 75 jobs to one. And so it's a big business.
Yes.
84 billion
84 billion is projected in the next 2 years. That's
in the
correct.
next 2 years.
Yes, and an increase thereafter. But it's changing because it's not just golf. There's a resort. A lot of cities and counties are tying in tourism into golf right now, so they have packages. So the need for golf pros right now is exponential, especially coming out of COVID, when a lot of golf pros switch jobs, they switch careers. It's a need.
Yeah. And it's not, and you can't just and like how you were giving this presentation earlier, as they're looking more with the schooling to back you now.
Yes, it used to be that you can play golf real good, and you go out there and get a job. But now, as you're moving up into management, the difference between a management job and a PGA job or a regular job is $16 an hour. That's standard across the board. If you're gonna work at a golf course outside managing the carts, getting inside that clubhouse, that's where you get to the 50, 60, 70, and $80,000, and that's management. And now more companies and more golf courses are moving toward degrees because now you're starting to handle the budget. So your degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, if you got it, will move you up more in the business, more so than you're playing.
Yeah. So you're looking for kids, to play golf. To again, what's the score you said that you're looking for when you're recruiting a kid to play?
77 and below.
77.
But
and below.
If you're hovering above that, I can work with you.
You can work.
Yeah, we don't want to turn you down based on score. I'd rather take a kid who has a desire to do it and shoot 80 than one who shoots 77 and doesn't want to do the business part, just want to go play. They can play on the golf team.
Yeah. And they can play on the golf team and don't do the business part.
Yes.
Do something else or play on the golf
and
team.
And take your chances to be in one of the 142.
It's just like I come from the football, basketball world. Same principles.
Yeah.
Same principles.
That's right.
You don't know it until you're engulfed in this game like this, and it's the same principles. What are you gonna do? If you don't do this? What you gonna do? Do you still want to be in the game? Right. Do you want to coach? Do you want to manage? Do you want to train? It's.
But you can't wait till you quit football to start deciding if you want to coach. Right? It's something you got to start thinking about as you lean toward retirement. You start thinking, what's next? Yeah. And you can't wait till you start retired and then say, what's next?
Yeah. So you're here and you're kind of making a pathway from California to Maryland now
Right.
with the T Divas, T Dudes, and have you seen some kids out here that you?
I have a couple of that are actually looking at year 2025, but I
Mm-hmm,
have a couple that are also looking to come in the fall. We're still
mm-hmm,
recruiting for the fall.
mm-hmm,
I like the program with the Inland Golf Academy and the Divas and T Dudes because it starts at eighth grade,
mm-hmm.
junior high.
Oh,
So they
really?
have the model of moving from junior to high school, and I want to be the method where now you have some place to go. And we're not just touting just UMES, we're really just touting the college pathway.
Mm-hmm,
So we're trying to introduce a college pathway.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the game, how have you seen the game grow over the years since you got into it? What do you think about the growth of the game?
I think the game has become more intelligent as far as how it receives golfers. Now, it used to
Mm-hmm,
be you just come play golf, they take your money.
mm-hmm,
When Tiger Woods came along, they want anybody to come and play because they just want to get on that bandwagon and making the money. But now that that has subsided, they kind of going back to the no, you got to have a collar shirt, now you have to have pants. So it's going back to the standard.
mm-hmm,
So if you want to be in golf today, you're going to have to understand the standards, and that's what the PGA program would teach you: the history of the game, the tire of the game, and the rules of the game.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's shifting back to the standard.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. The let me see the what you say earlier, the not the minority kid,
Mm-hmm.
but the less
The disadvantage,
the disadvantaged
economically
kid,
disadvantaged.
disadvantaged.
Minority is it used to be such clear thing as black and white, but it's
Mm,
not that anymore. We're
mm,
talking brown now. Brown can be Latino, Hispanic,
mm-hmm,
South America. It can almost be Spain,
mm-hmm,
depending on how you look at it. So we're dropping the vernacular of minority. And in fact, if you look at the PGA Works, it used to be called a minority class. They changed the name to
mm,
PGA Works. Everybody's dropping that word because it was too single
mm.
of a definition of an individual. So now we say just economic disadvantage, and that can come across of any color, any race.
What do you think the hardships of not growing up in a country club?
Mm-hmm.
How does that kid get over that hump?
Well, that's a video sport. That's access. If you don't have
Access.
access, so what I've learned to do growing up and the programs that I've developed, when they have these, I don't know mention any names, but when they have programs that they
Mm-hmm,
develop,
mm-hmm,
it's all centered around being housed at a golf course.
mm-hmm,
But what about that kid that can't get to the golf course? So we used to have what we call pop up in the park. We take the tents, the plastic clubs, the golf clubs, and go to a park and set them up, and kids walk by, and we introduce them.
mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised what happens when you put a golf club in the kid's hand.
I've been saying that lately again as I engulfed myself into the golf world,
Mm-hmm.
getting away from the football, the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be amazed at just getting these kids just exposed to the game.
Right.
Look, just come here. Just just come swing the club. I know you play basketball. I know you play football. Just come here, come swing the club. And I've seen a few kids that over a year time they have really took into it. Not as much as the other sports anymore, and I don't advocate for not playing other sports, but I think this game of golf is so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much to it. Relationships, economics, just so much
Networking.
to it. Networking.
And it teaches a kid immediate consequence. So if you take a eighth, ninth grader, has one golf ball left and the hole has water on it, I promise you there's some decision making going on because you lose that golf ball, you're done for the day. I promise you they're looking to hit a golf ball to where they can keep that golf ball and keep playing. So immediate consequence
Mm-hmm.
or just reward.
Mm-hmm.
So they learn that very early on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that carries on into life.
Yeah, yeah. To get a golf scholarship, what what age do you think a kid should really start playing the game?
I think junior high school
Junior high
or
school
before.
or
I started when
before?
I was
When you
4.
was
So
4?
as soon as you can get a club in your hand,
As soon as you can get a club in your hand.
because you don't, so you're not always have the advantage of being playing as often as you want to.
Mm.
So you have to start earlier, play when you can, be
Mm.
ready when you can. So I would say as often as you can, because like you said, golf is a complex game, it's a mental game. So You got homework, you learn, you're growing, you're understanding yourself as a kid. So you have to have time to get all that figured out. So by the time you get to high school, you have it figured out. If you start in high school, very difficult, not impossible, of a game to to earn a scholarship. Now I would say this though, there are over 300 scholarships in the United States across universities and colleges that go unused.
That's wild.
Yeah. So
That's
there's
wild.
300 students out there right now. All they have to do is be able to hold a golf club, get on a golf team. Not all golf teams shoot magnificent stores. You just got to pick your place.
See, that's what people need to hear. That's what
Mhm.
people don't understand.
Mhm.
You know, that they, we so caught up in the other sports, but this game is becoming, and in my opinion, as already is, one of these sports now.
Mhm.
It's one of these sports. Like, me and a couple of guys we play with, we wish we could have gotten to this game earlier.
Mhm.
Wish we could have picked up a club as a kid. Wish somebody would have said, "No, we're going to the golf course. Just come on and swing the clubs."
Well, I think also with the time lapse, and I've been in the PGA for 30 years. I have a lot of good friends that have been in the PGA for longer, and so we've come to realize you can't sit at the golf course behind a desk and say, "They'll come to me."
Mm-hmm.
You have to get up and go
Get
out.
out.
Like I'm here in California, and I'm talking to the program, work with the program.
Mm-hmm.
We're here for you, and we'll give you a pathway to come to us. So on a local level, golf pros of color have to get up and go out to the parks, and go out to the high schools, and go out and promote golf. Just because you have a golf course don't mean everybody know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just because, yeah, yeah. And you were talking earlier. You are one of one,
And the only
and the only.
director.
Can you explain to the people what your one of one and the only is?
You mean of the director?
Mm-hmm.
There are 16 schools of all the universities in the United States. There are 16 schools that have a certified PGA, PGM, or professional golf management program. Of those 16, UMES, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, is the only HBCU that has this program. So that makes me the only director of color and the first director of color in the program that's been going on for 50 years now.
So you are history. You are history.
But that's what it takes. But we pass that along. We don't use that
Mm-hmm.
for a plaque on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We use that to introduce the game to more people of color, more youth of color, so they can have the same opportunity.
Absolutely.
And that's where you got a pathway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I appreciate you sitting down with me, sitting down, taking the time. I enjoyed the presentation. We got.
Question then,
Mm-hmm.
why are you here?
That's what we discussed. You want to ask a question like that? Yeah.
Why are you here in California?
Well, we found the program of the Inland Golf Empire and the T Divas and T Dudes, and we saw the program, the model that they have of having the junior highs to high school. We wanted to introduce the next step was have a college pathway. So we came out here and talked directly to Ms. Bethune and directly to the people involved in this event, because I think that is a good program that they can have, and we can offer from UMS a program which is their next step into the 24 categories of the PGA, not just the head pro golf course, but we call it off course. Yes.
So now we have a pathway from California to Maryland?
Yes.
We get.
So with my visit here, we have established a pathway. For now, we have a scholarship set up, and we have scholarship offers. We're talking to the juniors in high school by NCAA rules, and we're talking to the seniors. So we're recruiting right now for the class of 2024 in the fall. And we have a couple of prospects here that we're making offers to. We're also entertaining offers to 3 juniors in high school right now for the 2025 class. So I think it's going to be a good adventure and a good relationship between our 2 programs. And we'll come down more often to help with instruction and do some internships. And we'll have visits where the programs can come and visit the campus and get the college experience on campus. So we look forward to this relationship and establishing this pathway.
Cool. Thank you, and that's Miss Jenny. We want to thank you for
Ms. Jenny.
inviting me. This is something that, again, like I'm always been big on the youth. I'm always big on trying to get the youth. Get it. Let's get you where you need to go. You get, and the more we have that, the better. So again, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be watching and following and everything.
So we'll
So
have some burgers and gray up in there pretty soon.
oh yeah.
And the hawk.
All right. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in,
Thank you all.
and we see y'all next time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very